Good morning, children. Last time I explained what are colloids, what are the characteristics of colloids, what are the examples of the colloids. Today I am continuing the colloids. What we are going to learn is mainly the important concept is Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is continuation of colloids only. This is continuation of colloids. Tyndall effect only we are doing, we are continuing Tyndall effect, which is important concept under this colloids. What is Tyndall effect? Tyndall effect is very simple, but it is very important examination point of view. The thing here is scattering of light. Scattering of light. Scattering of light. Beam of light is called as a Tyndall effect. See, when maybe in our daily life also, first I want to explain the definition in detail. Scattering means what? Dispersion. It spreads over. That is dispersion. Scattering of light is called as Tyndall effect. First I want to give definition. Scattering of beam of light is called Tyndall effect because it is given by the name of the scientist. Name of the scientist name was Tyndall. That's why this effect is called as Tyndall effect. So definition I want to give, then I will give examples. This Tyndall effect we will show, we can see in this colloids. Colloid particles scatter the beam of light, disperse the beam of light. So you can see it, you can observe it with naked eye also. I am giving the general daily examples also. You can understand very easily. Let us see the definition. Scattering of a beam of light is called scattering of beam of light. Scattering of beam of light is called Tyndall effect. Mainly it is shown by colloids. Today we are not only learning Tyndall effect, we are just continuing that. Mainly we are concentrating on separation. How to separate when mixture is there, different mixtures are there in the world. Maybe minimum 2 things will be added to make a mixture, sometimes more than 2. Basic things, how to separate, like sand and water, like sugar and water, like salt and water, basic concepts, how to separate. Sometimes 3 will be there, iron and sand, like that. Sulfur and charcoal, like that. Many are there mixtures. That part we will concentrate today after this Tyndall effect. So, Tyndall effect means what? Scattering of beam of light. When it happens? When there is colloid. When there is colloid, then only it happens. Otherwise, it will not happen. Colloid is compulsory. For scattering colloid is compulsory. This is after a scientist. Name of the scientist is Tyndall. That's why the effect is called as Tyndall effect. Then I am giving that examples. When you write example 1, very simple one. Sometimes we will see that light enters. Light where? From where? Sunlight. Sunlight enters into the room through small hole. Then you can observe this. It is because of the dust particles. It is because of the dust particles which act as colloid. You can see that sometimes when you open that room suddenly, you can observe this. So, this is the best example. This effect can be observed when a beam of light enters a room. A beam of light enters in a room. Through small hole, where? Not from this window, not from the door, through the door, not from the window or through the window. When small hole is there, then you can observe this when in a closed room. Enters a room through a small hole, enters a room through a small hole. Why it is happening? Because of the dust particles. Happens. By the dust, particles of dust and smoke in the air. By the particles of dust and smoke in the air. Dust and smoke. I already explained. Generally, two things will be there: dispersion medium, dispersing media, dispersing phase. In colloid, generally two things will be there. Many examples are here in the next page. Page number 18, many examples are there which we are going to do. That in a colloid, generally two things will be there. Last class only I explained. One is dispersion medium, another one is dispersing phase. So two things are there here. Those two things you should learn. Then only it makes colloid. Colloid examples also you must learn all examples. Sol also comes under colloid only. In general, Sol is something slightly different. But instead of that colloid word, colloid term, you can use that Sol, SOL, Sol. So let us continue that examples. When sunlight passes through, see when you are during your journey also you can observe. During your journey when you are through forest area, if you are traveling, this can be observed sometimes. Dense forest area, if it comes down, sunlight enters through a small hole. There also you can observe this scattering of light. Suddenly you will see that light, portion of the light with dust particles and all. When you are traveling, direct sunlight you may not observe. When very dull sunlight is there, when sunlight almost disappearing, you can see that. Almost sunlight is not there. Later only, in the evening, in the morning times, when direct sunlight is not there, then you can observe this when you are traveling through the forest area. So that is, you can take as second example. Let us see that when sunlight passes through canopy of a dense forest. When sunlight one diagram is also there, you can see the diagram. When sunlight passes through canopy, when sunlight passes through canopy of sunlight passes through the canopy of dense forest. These are the general examples of that colloids. These are the general examples of Tyndall effect. Many examples are there. You can go through that. For each example, two things you have to learn: dispersion medium, dispersion phase. These two things you learn, then only that example is completed. So I am giving that table and page number. It's better if you learn. Even clouds also you can see that. Cloud is what? That gas and liquid only. That water droplets and water vapor is there. Water droplets will be there, water vapor will be there. This is called as aerosol. Aerosol, clouds, fog you can call, mist you can call, whatever name you give, still it is coming as example of colloid. So each example you must learn two things. So I am giving that page number for more examples. You can see that page number 18, table 2.1. Page number 18, table 2.2. for many examples of colloids. So colloids, this is almost we are at the end. For the colloids, you remember that point. We are at the end for this colloids because it is a very important concept. That's why we concentrated in the last class also. Even now also we are concentrating more and more because this includes Tyndall effect, and these are the I am just concluding like this. Colloids. What are the important concepts? Mainly definition. First point is definition of colloids. Second, examples. Third, characteristics, which I gave in the last class. Fourth point, Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect examples, and overall many examples are there. All these examples you have to remember. Suddenly you ask, what is Sol? Last class I gave one question. What is difference between salt, solution, suspension? Salt is nothing but colloid. Strictly speaking, that salt is nothing but solid in liquid. Both, it is combined in milk of magnesia, mud you can see. Mud is what? Liquid and solid only, like that. One is dispersed phase, another one is dispersed medium, like that. So, you must remember all these things. Gel also, jelly, this cheese, butter, all these things, what we are seeing in our daily life comes under colloids. As this so far in this lesson we concentrated that one part, main part, second part is also there in this lesson. First part, once again I am reminding, three concepts are there, mainly three concepts: solution, suspension, colloids. That you can, those three things you can take it as first part of this lesson. Second part of this lesson is also equally important. That is like solution. Now separation. Separation you can take. Separation is very, very important and wider concept it is. So we are not learning all separations. This is 9th standard only, that's why we are concentrating on basic things, basic examples. See, separation of components of a mixture. And the second part we are taking up now under this chapter, second chapter, very big chapter and important chapter. First part is completed. Actually, it's not divided into two parts. I am dividing for your understanding, for your idea. You can take first part as solutions, suspensions, colloids. Second part comes under as separation. In separation, different techniques are involved. Technique means what? Method. How to separate a method. Suppose sugar water is there. How to get back sugar? That is called separation. Salt water is there. How to get back salt? Say iron and sand is there. How to separate? Simply you say, very simple technique, you know that. You will say magnet. So like that. Here also we are concentrating many examples, many methods, and important separations are there. One by one we will take up now. So heading is like this. Now in the beginning of this lesson also I told we are going to take up separation. Separating the components of a mixture. This is also equally important. Separating. Simple word is separation. Separation of what? Separation of components. Components of what? Mixture. Separating the components of a 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 mixture. Let us continue that. See, one simple thing I want to give, which we are seeing in our daily life. Why I am giving the daily life examples, you can understand very easily. Once you understand these examples, then you can take up complicated examples. Complicated examples you will take up later. See, every day we are seeing the ink. Ink, for your information, mixture of so many things. People think that it is very simple thing, simple substance, but it's not like that. Many things are involved, many dyes are involved. Dyes means what? Colors. Water is there. First of all, we are not concentrating how to separate the colors. How to separate the colors we are not. That we will take up later because it will be difficult for this. First, how to separate that water part, water component. Simply, anybody can say that by evaporation. That is true. Through evaporation, some part of that thing will be removed. Say like water, you can say. Water vapor in the form of water vapor. Just mild heating. So, how can we separate colored component from blue ink or black ink? Blue ink, separation of colored dye. Dye means what? Dye means color. Separation of colored component. Separation of colored component from blue ink or black ink. First example. Separation of colored component from blue or black. Separation of colored component from evaporation is what? Heating. Just like water we are heating, we'll keep it on early morning. If you want hot water, we'll keep it on the stove. If you continue the heating, go on heating, it gets evaporated. Like that. Here also same thing. The method is called as evaporation. Scientifically, as to be in our home, we use that word heat. Here scientifically, we use the word evaporation. So, how it is done? By evaporation. We can separate the volatile component. Volatile means what? Evaporation. Volatile component from its non-volatile solute by the method of separation. By the method of separation. By the method of separation. Underline this separation. By the method of separation, by the method of by the method of evaporation, by the method of evaporation, by the method of evaporation, by the method of evaporation. We can separate what? Volatile. Volatile means evaporate. If you keep petrol here, what happens? It gets evaporated. That is called volatile. If you keep 2 or 3 drops of water, what happens? Slowly it gets evaporated. You pour water here on this floor, then tomorrow you come, pour water here, tomorrow you come and see that full thing gets evaporated. That is called volatile. We can separate the volatile component. We can separate by the method of evaporation. We can separate the volatile component. Separate the volatile component. Volatile component is what? That is only called solute. Solvent. Solute and solvent, two things are there. Before only I explained in the solution, two things are there, solute and solvent. Solute may be 1, 2, 3 also sometimes they may add. 2, 3 solutes also they may add to make a mixture. There is no rule that always solute is only one kind only. 2 things also they will use that. So like that it is. So we can separate the volatile component that is cut from the non-volatile solute. From where? From the non-volatile So what method we are using? We are using that method called as evaporation. Method called as what? Evaporation. You should remember that. So one more example I want to give. One more example. So do you think that ink is a pure substance? Ink is a mixture? Yes. Ink is actually pure substance means generally only one will be there. It comes under impure only. When you are adding two things, it is nothing but impure. If it is only single thing like distilled water, only one substance should be there without adding anything. That is called pure. That is element, you can say, iron you can say, gold you can say, pure gold, 100%. Some other metals you can say, aluminum you can take, magnesium you can take. These elements are coming as pure. Here, after this separation, do you think that ink is a pure substance or impure? When two things are there, here it is clearly shown. Water component is going out, colored component is remaining. Separation of colored component from blue ink. How it is done? Colored component and whatever water is removed, whatever non-volatile, volatile thing is removed. That is called solvent. You can say, call it as solvent, call it as water, call it as non-volatile. Whatever word you use, the answer is evaporation. You underline that word. Coming to second example, second method. This method is called as what? Different methods I am explaining. So many methods are there. Actually, many methods are there. Here in 9th standard, we have 9 or 10 methods like this. One by one we will take up. So this first method is called as evaporation. You can take this ink as example. Ink means don't take colors, don't take dyes. You have to remove that water part from the colors. What colors? It may be different colors. Red color, blue color, black color. It looks like blue ink, looks like black, but it's not. It's a mixture of colors I am telling you for your information. Finally we are getting one color. Don't think that only one color is there in that. It is a mixture of colors. That we will take up in separate class. Because I have already told you that it is a little bit complicated one. So, very simple procedure we are taking up first to separate that colors, different colors. From where? From that water part. So, that method is called evaporation. Answer is evaporation. Conclusion is evaporation. Second method is how separation of cream from milk. Separation of cream. Separation of cream. This also we are doing in our villages. We can observe when you go to village, our grandmother generally, our mothers are sometimes they do that this procedure using this cream from this this method is called centrifugation. One small instrument will be there using test tubes or big containers will be there. Once if it moves like this, you can observe this. Actually, in villages they do this, or like this also sometimes they do that to get the cream from the milk. It moves like this. The instrument, once if you on the switch, it moves with high speed. Then cream gets separated from that. That method is called as centrifugation. See, in that milk also 2-3 types will be there. You maybe on the packets will see full cream milk and double toned milk, double toned milk, like that. They are removing the cream because cream is nothing but what? Fat content only. Fats, it has fat. That's why we should not drink that full cream. Means you can drink it, but less quantity. It is always less quantity is available. Daily less quantity you can drink, not 2 liters or 1 liter like that. So you can drink limited quantities because of that cream. So that's why in the market they remove that cream partly and supply it. What method they use? The same method, centrifugation method. That method is called as centrifugation. I told you, in villages, if you go there, you can observe like this, it moves like this. That method is called centrifugation. By the method of centrifugation. Centrifugation, what is important? By the method of centrifugation. Underline this word. Centrifugation. If somebody asks answer, you must say immediately centrifugation. So many methods are there. Of course, we'll continue. So many methods are there. On the separation, it's better to have more one or maximum 2 classes, or minimum 1 class is needed to complete different methods, to complete little bit complicated examples. Very simple examples I gave today. With this, we will conclude this today's class. Next class, we will concentrate more and more on the complicated examples, different methods. Thank you all.